All right. What a tournament that
Man,
was, boys.
yeah,
Woo.
I'm depressed now. I'm just
I
straight
know.
up.
I,
I'm
I
not, I'm
I will.
happy, but I'm depressed.
We're recording on a Tuesday, and I woke up today, and I was like really disappointed. I didn't have anything to do at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
For the first time all summer.
Like looking forward to like not working during the day and just watching football is the best.
I know, dude. Like putting it on
Um,
TV in your office, just
nonetheless though, in my opinion, football won, and I know we've been talking about football winning and losing and winning and losing, but Spain
yeah,
beat Argentina.
1-0 in
They
extra
are the
time.
World Cup champs.
They are. I think Mark said
Congratulations.
it. Mark said football won, and I think that if there's a theme to 2026 is that you can't cheat the game.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know
don't
what I
think
mean?
if there's a theme to the game of football is that you can't cheat it ever.
Mark,
It's always
Right.
gonna win.
Mark, no, barely.
It
Argentina
won.
would have cheated
It
the game.
it
They
won.
almost won.
Argentina lost. It won. It won.
I felt like the tide turned, and I started to get hope that football was going to win when Enzo went off.
I don't know. I mean,
Totally.
Spain
Bro,
was kind of beating their ass like a drum.
yeah,
And
They didn't have a shot
yeah, that was
all game.
like, I mean,
Unai Simone was in the stands like the second half.
you know what I'm interested in?
he bought a hot dog, watched the Yankees game on his phone. He was chilling.
You see?
bro.
Did you see did you see the video of him like greeting all the Argentina players after the game? It was like it was the first time they were meeting him.
Yeah. No, I mean, if we are gonna give a football analysis to this, it was
No, I don't care. No,
Argentina.
I'm savoring this. I don't give a shit. I'm savoring this.
Thank
I mean,
you.
Argentina.
It's not time to be professional.
No, I'm
It's
not
time
gonna
to
be
laugh.
professional.
No.
No, why should I?
Nah, fuck that. Fuck that, Mark.
Thank you.
Mark, they almost stole a tournament. I know you want to to
This would have been the second tournament in a row.
in a row. It's systematic. I just looked at the Enzo red card just right now before coming on. There is another Tagliafico, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
After when he noticed the foul is committed, he drops to the floor.
Yeah.
It's systematic. They know
Well,
what they're doing.
The
So
problem,
basically, and then Messi walks to the referee. It's like, oh, you didn't see, you calling this foul. What about this foul? There was no foul. It's systematic. It's a system where they know they're roughing you up, and they're trying to misdirect a referee or whatever called bullshit.
the one call I will say that was I felt was pretty egregious was I believe Nico Williams scored the goal. There was like a build up to that. And
Yep.
Mikel Marino in the box, just normal. I mean, like we see this every
Yep.
time a ball
How do
enters the
you
box.
call that goal?
Yeah. See? This is-
I mean,
like,
Messi,
for Messi,
we can't. I don't think we can, like, just for purposes and trying to be advertiser friendly. I don't think we can say that the tournament was rigged or
No. The tournament wasn't rigged because they didn't win.
yeah. And
It wasn't rigged. but there was
wait. You're gonna say your opinion. I'm gonna say my opinion. It
Oh.
was rigged. It was rigged 100%. I don't give a fuck. It was rigged. Listen, look at Messi stepped on Jed Spence's foot. Then the ball comes out. He crosses the ball, goal. How come that was not that goal was not removed? Come on, bro. We're not doing this. Listen, I know it. We have to call a spade a spade.
I don't even know if it's a
Dancing
spade.
around.
Though.
I don't think it's a
It may be just a
It's a
perfectly timed
spade.
heart.
No, it's a spade
and not a
because it's
spade.
consistent. Go ask the Egyptians what they
The
think.
timing
Go
of
ask-
these things, though, Chris. The timing in which it happens,
What?
it's just.
Plausible deniability? Nah.
I don't know.
All right, let's play devil's advocate. Let's play devil's advocate.
but-
It was luck.
But Chris, what I was
Yeah.
I wasn't saying it was rigged earlier. I do want to say that like the idea that a foul being committed earlier in the play, in the build up to that event, was something that they had laid the groundwork for throughout the entire tournament, and it's something that you don't really see quite as often during club play or during.
No. You see it
It's
all.
not as prevalent, but
I
it
think-
was there, and it was like that was they called it, and it was honestly, I'll take the consistency. It was just infuriating.
That's fair.
yeah,
point.
but it's consistent for going one direction is what I'll add to that to Chris to add to this, throw kindling on this fire that Chris has started and stoked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you
look,
can light
at
up
the
my
end of
world
the
like
day,
nobody else, man.
you don't know
Thomas,
you're
the clip,
beautiful. That's all.
Thomas, the clips are online. See, the thing is, it doesn't even have to be like me trying to prove, argue. The whole world was basically Spain on Sunday. It's not like people are not stupid. We could see it. It's like blatant.
You
We
have
see
no idea, Chris. You have no idea how many people wanted Messi and Argentina to win that game,
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
No, of course, the Argentinian fans.
It was
No,
not more. No, it was
There's a
not
bunch
more
of
people wanted
casuals.
Spain to win that game, dude.
A lot of
Listen,
I will stand on that. I don't
the
believe it.
casuals, you know
You
who the
give Messi
casuals.
a second golden ball, or you give him the second golden ball, you give him a second World Cup, game's over. He's like he is the
The
GOAT.
the debate. There will never be a debate.
Yeah.
Listen, and you know, well,
The
there's
debate
angles.
is Rodri better than Messi because he might be.
Listen, there's an angle I heard. It's not impossible, but I personally I think it's an economical thing because I don't know why they hinge their hopes so much on like that Argentinian team winning and Messi doing whatever. I don't know how much money they're making on the back end with Messi as the face. I don't know if they're trying to replace Pele as the greatest footballer of all time, so they're trying to cement Messi.
It's not
I don't
even
know.
about that. Messi's already that person, though, dude. Like
Well, some people.
majority of people that see Pele as the GOAT are pushing 80 and 90 and 70
It's
and my dad, who is 65.
so, are you saying that at some point in time, because people didn't watch Michael Jordan, they're just gonna vault any new player that
Yes,
does a couple of
yes,
special
yes,
things?
yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is life, bro. That is life, unfortunately.
All right. So and stats apparently lie too. Pele won 3 World Cups, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
All right. So rings and trophies has to count for something.
No, he
No,
won it. He
Pele mostly played in Brazil though. He
Yeah.
didn't deal with the level of
that's to knock.
European.
Yeah, that is a knock, but it's also at that time it was European football so far ahead of South American football that you can even make that argument. I don't know. That's
Well,
just
it's
I
like
don't
a
think you
major thing,
could.
not to go too deep into it, but I've learned a lot about Pele during the last World Cup or during this World Cup. And one of the biggest things that I saw was that like how all the Brazilian players stayed in Brazil and
Mhm.
that's how they build that culture and they won all those tournaments. And then they've almost like lost a little bit of that culture because they're trying to play the European way. And then
It is
ultimately,
also it is also
That
because of the
Thomas,
fact that
that
European
is a
football is as big as it is.
it is a hypothesis that I've seen. What you're saying.
Hypothesis?
Hypothesis.
I love you,
I
Chris.
think I said it.
Sorry.
That
I
was
think I said it
awesome.
in French. In
You
French.
did.
you're a cute little French boy. We appreciate you for it.
No, Chris lights up my world like nobody else. What you mean? I think the best tweet that we had, the best like exchange we had in this World Cup was Chris asking about the baddies in Portugal, and he was like, "Mark, confirm," and I was like, "Chris, I thought I was your baddie from Portugal."
But talking about some Spanish baddies, though, what about Rod the God out there? Like,
You
Rob
know,
the God, I love that.
do people like there are some people that are like, didn't deserve golden ball.
Oh no!
I
Oh no!
think
I'm not one of those people. I understand now. I think I did not understand until you see it, because I didn't see it. It's
it's
like, bro. But until when you see it, you're like, okay, I get what Roger is doing, because he's not only like orchestrating everything. There's a defensive aspect to it, and the team is so linked together. So you could say that the system itself makes him, but we've seen Spain without him. They won stuff, without him, but with him in control, it's so seamless. Argentina team, they sat Argentina down. They couldn't do nothing because Roger was
completely nullified Fernandez. I mean, that whole Argentinian midfield that had done bits against England didn't
yeah,
show
That's
up.
but
Messi was
that just
trying to
goes
keep.
to Spain the entire tournament. So that midfield broke up everything France was trying to do in the semifinal,
Which,
and
I mean, shout out to Fabian Ruiz, too. He had a
yeah,
hell of a tournament. I mean, he was a colossus out there, shuttling things back and forth,
mm,
getting things over. But I mean, there's so many stars that underrate.
When De La
Fuentes made that change to playing Fabian Ruiz a little bit more and starting him and putting him in that starting lineup, that's when we saw the
That's why
and also obviously I don't think he had the best tournament because I don't think he's the most healthy. But when he put Fabian Ruiz, obviously Rodri back in the starting lineup, I think Rodri didn't play the first game, and then Yamal, they just hit the ground running and that was it.
And they're so like it's like it depends on what you need. If you need more defensive cover, you put Fabian Ruiz. If you need when it was time to score the goal, they put Pedri in.
And you want the possession of somebody that can find that pass that will move in those attacking midfield positions and close to the box. Pedri's your guy, man. So I think also Pedri was tired. I heard his legs were just giving.
I think
been
Fabian
tired for
Ruiz does a
years.
great job of allowing all the other players around him to excel. Like, I mean, think about him at PSG. He's not a star midfielder. You have Vitinha and Neves that get all the
I mean, he's not a star. He's not a star, but
he's
very necessary.
Portugal.
He's very necessary to that midfield three.
He's like the unsung hero of that PSG team.
If you start playing Zaire Emery instead of Fabian Ruiz, I feel like you'll see different results. In my opinion.
And Zaire Emery's not there yet, or maybe
a couple of players on that. I think their profile. We know he was a good player, annoying player, never respected player like that. He's good, but you know him as annoying. I think his profile has to change now. Cucurella, I think his profile has to change as probably one of the best left backs
in the world.
Cuco Cucurella se come.
No. Please don't. That shit's annoying.
No, for real. I mean, the best thing I can say is that
Spanish Afro man got it done though. He was all like, I mean, we were watching that game and he was just dominating. I almost thought he was hogging the ball too much at times, to be honest. But he did a great job. But that Pedro Porro, Lamine Yamal right side, that's gonna be killing people for the next day.
And imagine Yamin was probably 60%, I would say 60-70%. I don't even think he had the legs or was there really.
No.
Yeah, he was off all tournament.
That wasn't 100% of Lamine Yamal, but in that final, I will say, to not focus on the other side of things, Argentina played the game plan they wanted to, which I'm sure they would have liked to attack a little better, but they were frustrating Spain for the majority of that game.
Oh yeah,
making them come up with fault. They're very happy to let them have the ball, and they almost pulled one back at the end there, but ultimately it wasn't to be. I think if there's any story here with Argentina, I mean, amongst the many, but just for purely footballing argument, it's, did anyone have a more bizarre tournament than Enzo Fernandez? Up and down.
What a roller coaster.
Real Madrid
from the semifinal to the final. That's a roller coaster of two games. But no, you're right. You're right, man.
I mean, Enzo, he's a very polarizing player. He's been torquing for Real Madrid since the season ended. So much so that Real Madrid had to pull out a statement saying they're not interested in him.
I don't think
and then he goes off and
he would clash with Mourinho.
He scores a screamer against England.
What a goal.
And then, completely shits the bed against.
Let's do some armchair quarterbacking. I think England probably should have beat them. England probably panicked too soon and they retreated back too soon.
That was the problem.
That's what happened.
I think that's 100% fair. I think you can't put the order out to defend your box for 25 minutes plus extra time. And you do that when you take off midfielders for defenders, right? You're eventually just putting.
We all know how pathetic it was. It was just utterly pathetic.
And you replace Declan Rice with Easter Island head. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah. No, I mean, bro, and you know what? The England fans were applauding him coming on, and everyone at the bar was like, "Oh, this is too soon."
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, that's 90th minute. You're trying to just defend crosses into the box. You don't take off arguably your second or third best player of the tournament.
Yeah. Not at that moment.
It was dumb. I mean, at least they got a third place finish.
Yeah.
What a game that was
Hey
actually.
Jude.
Yeah.
I mean, just
And they started
Arsenal.
Saka. Oh,
Before we get to the third place game,
Yeah.
Rodri deserved golden ball. Yes, we all
Yes.
believe. We all agree.
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Just figure that out.
100%.
And congratulations, Spain,
100%.
second World Cup in our lifetime. And what a deserved World Cup it was. I mean, we talked a little bit about when just to echo our conversation earlier this year about PSG Arsenal. We all were going in for PSG for a lot of reasons, but one of them was that we felt they were more battle tested in the run up to that tournament final. Similarly here, Spain had to kind of go through a little bit more of a gauntlet than Argentina did to run up to this last game. So
Which may have better equipped them.
yeah, that's
The way that the confidence in which that they just dominated France.
yeah.
That they had that mentality. You could clearly see it on their faces that this
Because
is like
they were
they're here to
because
play.
I
They're
feel like they were
like-
the best team. I
You
feel
know,
like France were the best team.
Fran-
Once they
before
beat
the-
France,
You know
they're
what I-
probably Spain was probably like it doesn't matter.
Before the game, the French media was surprised at how much shit the Spanish were talking. They were like, they seem very confident. They're like, we're not afraid of France. They were going off. So French media is like, I'm surprised at how much they talking. And then after the game, you're like, oh, okay, we got it. We understand. They know how to listen. It's in France. It's not that France has had limitations, but they exposed them. And it's like they know. It's like Spain knows the shape to take to beat a team. The way the goalkeeper Unai Simon was coming out of his goal to deny Mbappe runs, it was just special. By the way, we need to give flowers to the boy because we've been making fun of him. We call him the very average player that we don't know what he does good. Ferran Torres.
But yeah, the most frustrating player of all time. Yeah, Fernan Torres, baller in that game.
All right, whatever.
Nah, I look like future Liverpool player apparently.
No.
Please get him.
Manchester City player, former Manchester City player that Barcelona still has not given us the money for him yet.
He's the
Really?
he's
Not all of it.
And they want Julian Alvarez?
yeah.
They're trying
But
to rob
Fernan
Peter
Torres-
to pay Paul.
Yeah, Fernan Torres is the Darwin Nunez of wingers.
No,
So
No.
He is the
He's
Ronaldo
actually
of
a
the,
no.
like
of
he's
the
such a good
Darwin
guy.
Nunez.
he's the Lionel Messi of Darwin
he is
Nunez.
he is a glorified Mario.
I think that's fair. That
that's
is a
fair.
great shout.
He's the Antoine Griezmann of Mario Götze. There you go.
Marco loves those, man. Marco,
Because if I say it, you know exactly what I'm
he
talking about.
loves those
I love these.
lessons.
Yeah, no, it's great. But anyway, that third place England game, Saka started hat trick. England wins 6-4. Typical Arsenal player to show up when there's nothing on the line.
Florida,
Yep.
it sucks. I guess he wasn't healthy for that whole game. But I do have a question because it was a question that we asked about. Mbappe, obviously. So England went up 4-0. Crazy. France comes back, makes it 4-3. The
Missed a
game.
couple
But
sitters.
Yeah.
Mbappe scored a couple goals in this game to give him
Yeah.
the golden goal
Yeah.
lead and
Yep.
also the all-time leading goal scorer at the World Cup.
Yeah.
If ever is that deserved based on the fact of
Let-
those goals were scored when two
Because I
teams
think-
were
I think it's
eliminated.
me versus y'all. Yeah. I mean, is the game happening in the World Cup or not? Yeah, it's
It is
happening. in the World
Anyway,
Cup.
But it-
So all of a sudden we have a problem with the rule. It's like we never had a
No.
problem with the rule. Guys that scored in the third place, like Davor Suker, I remember Croatia versus was it Netherlands back in the day or Turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He scored goals and it went to his tally. So why all of a sudden because it's Mbappe or
No,
versus Messi?
I
no,
was-
actually-
I was
what's the
asking a
what's the big-
question. I
what's
was
the big
asking a
deal?
question.
There's
You're
no
giving your
deal there.
opinion. I'm
I
agreeing with
actually-
you, Chris. I
I
agree.
think said
Go
another way is that like, should the goals in the third place game matter because they're not going towards the ultimate goal of winning the
It
cup?
does it. But
And I think, I mean, Mark brought up a great point. when we brought this up the first time, if they count in international friendlies, like if your goals scored in international friendlies count towards your goal tally for your country, then the goal scored in the third place game should absolutely count for your
Yeah.
golden ball
Yes.
race or golden boot race in the FIFA World Cup.
I think that
So
the one exception, the one thing I will note is that this was an expanded World Cup. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
the
but
opportunity was a little bit higher, but Mbappe definitely earned it. And
If anything, the
I'm-
opportunity is more difficult to get to a third place game
yeah.
with
Oh
more.
yeah.
I mean, listen,
yeah.
if Harry Kane scores 10 goals in his career against San Marino, we should and those count, then we should definitely count Mbappe's goals in this game
My
against
bad. I came spicy. It's because I know where those like narratives come from.
Mm.
When you log on Twitter, it's those little Messi fans that are mad that they're not gonna get a golden ball and shit.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
right,
Absolutely.
so they start to spam that shit like, oh, that shit shouldn't count. I'm like, and
Absolutely.
then
Mm.
I was like, what? Hell no.
Yeah, no, it's dumb because like people will only argue it this World Cup because of the way the scoring has gone this World Cup. There's never been a topic of conversation any other World Cup.
Yeah, no, for
So,
sure.
It's context. It's context that comes into trying to force an argument, and you should never try to lose the game that we've always come to love and know for years now.
So
And-
on that
and
note, in
I wanna add-
France,
I
Go
want
ahead.
to add something. I was gonna add something about the game because that's very important. What you said. There is, unfortunately, it breaks my heart as a follower of football in sports in general that you think that it's a meritocracy. Basically, that it's your effort that wins the game. And when VAR or whatever inconsistencies, now there's like a dark shadow over the whole tournament thing. Like to
Mhm.
see that, it's like it's heartbreaking. It's like, bro, like if they won, I was gonna argue asterisks all day. If Argentina won that game, it was gonna be and I've been asterisk since 4 years. Probably me and the other people like in the deserts arguing against that championship that Argentina won. But it is what it is, bro. I think that organization, FIFA, needs changes. It cannot be just one guy on top just making random decisions.
It'll be curious to see. It'll be curious to see how, FIFA does, assess the tournament from the outside looking in. I'm hoping that they kind of take a look because they're in it and they're doing it, but when you look at it from the outside and you see how other people view FIFA or the tournament itself or things that happen within the tournament, you
Yeah.
have to question it. You have to question, you have to
I
think
would
we
actually
have 4 years to do something about it.
I would actually love to have do a podcast, and this could be a special episode. It doesn't have to be one of our regular scheduled
Yeah.
ones, about all the, like, I'm gonna say this, and I mean this a lot more eloquently than I'm gonna say it, but all the bullshit that kind of surrounded this tournament, like Argentina moving groups, like the calls that didn't go their way, like Infantino and Trump's little relationship, and all Ronaldo getting to play in the groups.
Iran team not able to stay in the
Yeah,
country.
Yes,
talk about
stuff
it.
like that. I would love to just do a special episode where we have all the facts in front of us and we kind of just discuss and walk people through, for our new listeners. And I want to give a quick shout out to my boy Adam Bentley from law school, who is a now fan of the sport, fan of the podcast because of our World Cup drops.
Let's
the last
go,
few
Adam.
weeks.
Amazing.
He's gonna pick a club team next, and I'm excited to see where he goes. But the lay it out and just kind of show and just
Yeah,
show why we're doing this, and if
we
can
could
stick with
definitely
that.
we could definitely talk about it.
But anyway, the
Before we move on from this England game,
yes, for
Harry
France,
Kane. Before we even talk about France, Harry Kane.
Mhm.
Just what a. I feel like I mean, I've been seeing it in multiple places that he really is somewhere at the top of those Ballon d'Or rankings.
It's funny you say that because I've heard England.
Number one, maybe even.
Well, it's funny you say that because I've been listening to the podcast where England fans are saying like he was a net negative sometimes in these games.
Okay. So
He was,
then a
he
couple
was,
He is,
lit-
but
he-
then
so-
then a couple questions. Does he play in their next major tournament or the next World Cup? And why do the fans see him as that? Does it come down to his speed?
I think it's one of those things where because he drops back, right, in games where they
Do you
need
think who tells him to do that? Did you think Tuchel is telling
that's
him to go
I think that's
drop
his
back in
game.
front of the fucking
So
It's his
good.
game.
It's his
It's
he's
his
so good at
game.
that, that's what he does.
Oh
Now,
my
will
god.
Harry
I
Kane
get
listen,
it.
listen. Will Harry Kane be there in 2020 with the 2028 Euro?
2028 is the
2028?
Euros
He'll be
in England, mind you.
5. He'll be 35. He'll be 35.
I
He'll
think
turn
he still
35 in that
starts.
tournament.
Can I say? Can I
Yeah, I
say?
think he still starts, but I'll say why. I don't think it's
No,
because they have anyone else. They have
no.
no
Wait,
big name strikers
push.
coming through the ranks. All these
Let,
other guys that we talk about, these Ollie Watkins, these Ivan Toney, they're his age. You know what I mean?
let me give you the counter. And I saw it, and I was like, maybe you guys are right. Bellingham is not a midfielder. They should just play him as striker. Maybe Bellingham should learn how to play the striker and have him running. Cause you saw that last goal he scored. Because maybe that's he's been always that was always his evolution. He does not want to stay in the midfield. So why not just become a striker? I don't know if he can learn it this late in his career, but I've seen, he's
I
been adding to his game offensively where he sticks the ball and he's like doing chops and stuff. As far as Harry Kane, he's gonna be there, but he has to be on the bench because or they're gonna run into the same issue that
Aldo
although
issue.
with a Ronaldo issue. The problem is he does more for for the play than Ronaldo. He
Mhm.
can drop back. One of the goals that they
Well,
scored, the
Ronaldo's
goal that they scored,
41. When are we gonna stop talking about him?
well, it's just a reference. We're not using him
We're
as
not
like
using
like
Fair. Sorry.
no, you're fine. You're fine. The goal that they scored versus Argentina, Kane quarterbacks that goal. He sends the ball. I
Yeah.
forgot who was on the wing.
Mhm.
It was what's his name? Rogers. Rogers.
Morgan
lost
Rogers.
his-
Yes, Morgan
Yeah.
Rogers. Yep.
So there is a use for him. The problem is, if you want to do that, fine, right? Maybe play him as a 9.5 or something. Have somebody else staying on top always, and then have him drift like a number 10.
Well,
But at that moment,
Griezmann.
no, my
the problem with that though is that you're building a team around an aging player that might not get the best qualities out of the talent pool that you have.
it's not
And- and-
it's not even that. It's not even that. It's when Morgan Rogers is crossing that ball. I get that Anthony Gordon is on the end of that, but Harry Kane is supposed to be in the
Yeah.
pocket.
Yeah.
Should not be Harry Kane that's facilitating that
Yeah.
goal happening
And
the
that,
way it
I
does.
think that goes down to poor setup, and then also Bellingham should have been in that place because you
Mhm.
talk about a
Jude
9.5.
Bellingham
That's what
is
we were
not
just
in
talking about.
position
with
on.
Yeah. I think Chris, we've talked on the podcast before about these Antoine Griezmann type players that you kind of put them in this false nine and build the team around them. Jude Bellingham, I think if we ever want to see the absolute best out of him, I think that's what we do. Going
Yep.
an international play going forward. He's just so talented. You can kind of play
But-
him all over that midfield. But
I want to make a bet on not Kalshi or whatever. That bet should exist. There's gonna be a fist fight between him and Mbappe during the season. I can't wait for it. But
Prospective
you see
Kalshi best
they
bet. Come on,
didn't
Kalshi, give us the money.
they didn't dap each other up at the game. After the
Yeah.
game.
that fist fight is coming. 100.
Oh, that's what I want to talk about in a minute about dissecting the World Cup, about successes and failures.
We'll get there. But
Yeah.
before we move on, I think Harry Kane, Euro. Okay, let's say Harry Kane, Euro 2028. Is he the starting 9 for England? I want everyone to go around and say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 100%. Because it's just 2 years. If he can maintain his level as Bayern Munich, I think he's re-signing. He's gonna be there 100%. But I just hope that Tuchel by that time figure out the midfield because
Well,
Rice on his lap.
there's
is not
another
gonna cut it.
interesting era coming up or beginning now
Zidane.
with France.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we wanted to get to.
And
Zidane
yeah. So
the Zinedine
happening.
Zidane era officially began today. Or yesterday, I guess as well.
So
it's here.
apparently
It's here.
him and Didier Deschamps are not. There's a cold war that's been there for a while, so it's not gonna be no smooth transition where I'm helping you take over and shit. Yeah, I'm curious about his ideas.
I don't think
used to
Zidane will care.
I used to say, no, he doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. Because I think Zidane's been consistent. He wants the job for years now. And Deschamps apparently wanted another 4 years of that shit. Even after 14 years.
No, that's too
Right.
much.
No. I think people were just like, bro, okay, it's enough. I think if he won, he would have had a case. France needs that. Somebody that could install complex football. I hope Zidane's been like, I don't know, learning whatever new shit than in Real Madrid. Because in Real Madrid, I kind of felt like he was more just there to massage egos. Because what Spain just demonstrated, if you don't have something more than just like, okay, guys, let's just align, let's just try to score a goal, whatever, just like a friendship type of foot. There's a way. It was very disrespectful. Somebody said Roberto Martinez, Deschamps, or like the friendship football. Everything's gonna work out. Let's just be friends. Where's no the tactics are barely there. It's not in depth. It's not complex. So I hope Zidane comes, installs some shit. They're gonna have to figure out a way to possess the ball. They need to fix that midfield. They need a player like Pogba. There's a lot of shit that needs to go.
But do they have somebody like Pogba already though?
I
Like, is
think
it
Pogba's a once in a lifetime.
like
I
that's
think.
tough? This is a tough
Yeah.
act.
they
Like,
lost. They lost.
be like
Bardi.
here, find Pogba.
They
Mhm.
lost Bardi because Deschamps does not play that style.
You're saying recruit somebody that's
Yeah.
coming up that is French eligible.
So you see,
Mhm.
Deschamps is
You think
like,
he's all been already doing that, Chris?
yeah, I think he tried to talk to Brady, the Moroccan guy. But Brady was like, nah, I'm gonna go for Morocco, because I think he probably trying to tell like Brady like wait for me and some shit. But hey, I understand the player. Plus, that's his roots, maternal roots,
Yeah.
shit.
Well,
You're gonna have to find players in that mold that can hold the midfield, stitch the midfield together. Because Tchouaméni, he's a good player, but he's not that. I think Real has been trying to force him to be that. He's not that. And Deschamps likes the profile of the holders to be defensive in nature, destroyers. This is why he had so much success with Conte and Pogba. So he has not had a profile with Pogba. I don't know if you seen that quote from Mbappe. Mbappe said playing with Pogba was the most fun he had because you don't even have to look. You know the ball's gonna be there.
yeah, I know. Well, that you
Well,
can't teach
Pogba's
that sometimes, bro.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
Can't
all I
teach.
want to add to that,
Hey,
Chris, is that
Pogba can return. By the way, I think Pogba is hell bent on coming back.
Pogba's also 33 years old. We'll see. But the other thing I want to say is, and to add to your point, is the French Football Federation is putting a lot of faith in Deschamps. I'm sorry, in Zidane to kind of see
In Zidane.
Zidane, the end of Mbappe's prime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these next 4 years, Mbappe's 27.
And by the way, can we
You know what I
give
mean?
Mbappe?
Okay, or
Mbappe,
the bulk of Mbappe's prime, I should say.
2026. A 27-year-old's prime is
Yeah,
another 10 years.
that depends on his lifestyle. I would say
He got started very. I mean, he does have a great lifestyle. I mean, I don't know.
You could say the same thing about Messi.
Yeah, but
Different type of player. I think
different.
that I agree with Mark. I think that they were like that's the biggest thing. Is like overseeing a lot of these players' primes and like guiding them, similar to how he
Feels like
handled those
Olise
Real
is
Madrid
just about
teams.
to enter his prime, which would be a great thing for
Well,
Mbappe towards the end of
yes.
his career.
Yes.
And
Yes, but that's what I mean. Like this generation of
okay,
French players,
gotcha.
it's a very pivotal moment for French football.
Yeah, you're very right. I understand. Sorry, I understand.
By the
what you're
way,
saying.
let me some backstory. This is very inside football, inside baseball. I'm gonna give you. So the guy that used to be the president of the federation, probably like 2 years ago or 4 years ago, got fired, and Deschamps was his guy. So the new federation really didn't really fuck with Deschamps like that. So they've been doing shit behind the scenes, basically like just to push him out. So he kind of knows his time is up. So Zidane, as you said, Zidane is their guy. So this is what they're
Yeah.
gonna go forward. But Zidane already has a team. Already has a team. So they probably I'm expecting him to take over probably like in the next 2 months or something. If
He's taking over almost immediately because I think maybe a month into the season there is or maybe a month and a half, there's a relatively long international break that does involve competitive Nations League matches.
yeah,
So I
yep.
think he's gonna start implementing his ideas or himself on the organization and the federation like immediately. But
The question I have is, does he stick with Mbappe as a 9? Because
who
apparently I saw that
who
he wants to put him as a winger.
who knows? Well, honestly, when he picks his first team,
We'll find out.
we'll find out because we'll be able to be like, all right, okay, so there's a couple of people he left out, blah blah blah. But no, so I wanted the whole Bathwater Sports Pod to dissect, just as a whole, like because I know that there were so many questions coming into this World Cup, whether it's going to be a success or a failure, and there's arguments to the former and to the latter. But Thomas, like, has it been a success? Like, what's worked for you? Like, what do you think has been the positive points of the World Cup? What do you think maybe they could have done better?
Yeah, so I think that the biggest positive is that America showed that they could host a tournament, and we loved every single moment of
Well,
it.
don't disrespect the other countries involved, bro.
Oh, no,
I
no,
think
no,
he's
no, no,
doing
no, no,
that. I
no,
don't
I'm
think he's
getting
doing
there.
that.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
I have
I
to
think
do
the
it.
US did a stellar job of this because you look at
Yes.
how, like, you look at Boston, you look at how Texas brought everybody in, and despite we were going into it with big concerns about, like, specifically how the US is just not set up, and they were,
Mhm.
like, barely holding on. We the US did a great job of
Didn't
hosting.
seem like there were many worries at all.
I think Toronto was just smooth sailing all throughout. I mean, they just did a
Yeah,
wonderful job of
we had no
hosting.
hiccups over here. I think the city
Yeah.
that stood out in Canada between the two was Vancouver.
Mhm.
There was not a
I
bad thing that football players had to say about Vancouver and the city, the football stadium, the
mm,
atmosphere, everything.
Vancouver, I guess Toronto is close to my heart, and I just prefer Toronto over Vancouver. So I was really excited to see those games. But yeah, Vancouver was a hell of a host. But Mexico, playing in Mexico so much, the
The
way that
atmosphere.
they did with
I
those
was
South
impressed.
Korean and English
Mhm.
fans and just really welcomed everybody in. How can it not warm your heart looking at all of this?
Yeah,
Just
I
the
think.
unification of just
Oh,
people, it was
yeah. I
beautiful to
mean, it's
see.
like
Yeah,
you set aside every ounce of politics, you set aside all the bullshit. It was just you got to see the beautiful game for what it actually is.
Mhm.
And I think that's where I think the World Cup truly succeeded and football really won was that despite all the mess going on and all the potential political through lines, for the vast majority, especially during the group stage, I didn't really hear a lot about it.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna echo Thomas's point on the positives. Like, we say music is universal language. I also think football is a universal language, right? Like, this is the
I
beautiful
agree.
game. This is the juego bonito. We this is our shit. We get on every week and we talk about this not only because we love it, but because of what it's given the world, right?
Mhm.
But but for
It makes me feel connected to all parts of the world. So just knowing
exactly.
that we talk about this.
And there's something to be said about everyone from every different nation coming together and
Mm.
celebrating together, right? Like, it goes to show you that we are much more similar than the powers that
Oh
be
yeah.
want us to believe. And I think that was it's a beautiful showcase of that. And then selfishly, I think we need to normalize the 2 p.m. Tuesday hangs
Oh
that
yeah.
that the World
I've
Cup
never felt
brought us
closer
out.
to people in my life where we're just sitting together enjoying a game that's going on because and it's the best part is that many of those games are games that you don't have any personal ties to. It's just the game of football just bringing people together to be like, hey, let's sit and
And
watch this together.
yeah,
And
like, right,
so
you
many
Yeah,
of
can't
the
be like,
best games were just like not even the best teams were playing.
yeah.
Like there was so many beautiful
Absolutely.
games played.
yeah.
Like,
We
and then
we
you
need
get to
we
see
need
and
to,
the
we
expanded
need
field got to see things
to
like Cape Verde
normalize
do a thing
Cape
like that. That
Verdean
was
bodies.
I'm down to normalize it, Chris. I'm down to normal. I want them in the Copa America.
Bathwater Sports Podcast from Cape Verde, 2027.
Cabo Verde.
Cabo
Cabo
Verde.
Verde.
But
Come
okay,
on
so
now.
we've
Then we
gone
figure.
we've gone into the positives. I do want to hear, if
Oh,
anything, some of the negatives about if there's if any of this tournament too.
So real fast before we get into the negatives, because I mean
Yeah.
there are just some definite negatives.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
other big positive was just how brightly the stars shone. I mean, Holland is now
More so
a
than
full name.
any other World
Yeah,
Cup.
I mean, full Norse god, Thor's godson, is just. I mean, how can you not love the man? I've been a fan of his for a long time. Now it's like my sisters are going like, yeah, like you see all this stuff that Erling's doing. I'm like, first of
Sorry,
all, you're calling
Erling.
him Erling, crazy. Second, second, that is Sir Norse goddess of the Man City of the Blues to you. And then third, yeah, I mean, like us football fans have been following him for
future.
know that he's such a great character. Now he's
I mean, being a Man City fan, it is really cool because like I know his personality, what he means to the club, and what he means to football in general. But
What
for
he's
people
gonna
to
for
see
Y'all
it
see the
on a
y'all see the
global
video of
scale
him
now,
eating?
it is really nice.
Y'all see the
Yeah.
video of him eating at like a waffle?
Brought back a taxidermy
Yeah.
replica.
love
Like,
that.
why are you doing?
Jude, hey Jude, hey
Jude.
Jude. How many goals
Hey,
can you score?
Jude Bellingham,
And then,
Jude
like-
Bellingham.
But
Chris,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't know if you agree with this. Best
yeah.
midfielder in the world, bro.
That's Rodri.
We'll get
But-
there. We'll get there at a different day.
by
but
the way,
Mhm.
that's Rodri. need to s- I
maybe
need
I
to
just wanted
get-
to say it so you guys
I
would
need,
say it.
I
I
need,
thought
I
Chris
need,
would say that's McAllister. But that's okay.
Nah,
He got
Him
so
and all his
sunburnt during
comments.
that last game too. That was
That's so-
hilarious.
That's so
I was like,
funny.
sir, you do like
Chris,
You
does
can,
not
you
love
can
you?
kindly
Where was your
Real quick,
Uh,
before you
There's flowers for Mbappe.
absolute
Elise?
absolute flowers.
And
I know
Elise,
Elise-
what a pairing. They're gonna
Mhm.
So, I don't know if I know I'm not in the majority, but I'm not also in the minority. But we've had comments about Mbappe this season.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
He
got
didn't win.
I got one more positive before we move on to the negatives and the
Fair.
weird shit.
Jude doesn't either though.
We talked about how this was a World Cup this is like our last World Cup. We're going to see the majority of the players that we grew up idolizing watching.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, all of them kind of had moments. So like for them to go out more or less, right? Like,
Even Neymar had a
Yeah.
penalty.
Mhm.
Scored
Yeah,
a
they all had
penalty.
Yeah,
He was like,
Yes,
It was like,
but like what a
Talking some
swan-
shit.
what a great send off to these guys that we kind of
yeah,
grew up with,
Yeah.
right? Like it was just cool. That's
It's
time.
all in all,
The-
I will. It's not that I will
the-
forget other tournaments, but I will really remember this one. Like
Yeah.
I will really remember
Do
this
you
one.
think if Neymar
And also because it was
fixes
close to us, it was close to home.
he fixes his lifestyle, which I think might be too late. It might be a Hazard problem where too many injuries, too much stuff. He can't get fit anymore. He might try to come back because I saw Ronaldo, the Brazilian, say maybe he should not make a decision now. But I don't think Carlo Ancelotti is gonna go and hit that direction anymore, and he shouldn't. You have to go younger. They need to rebuild the Brazilian system and the players they choose. But I think Neymar, how old is he? 35, maybe?
it was about
Old enough, 36, 37 maybe,
no, he's
36.
30,
Yeah,
34.
it might
right?
be.
He's 34
It
right
might
now.
be. It might be too.
Shit.
Yep. Okay, so what about negatives for you guys? What were some negatives for this tournament?
It's the politics.
That's it.
It's all like we can all come to an agreement. It's the politics and the involvement in it. And I'm hoping that the next World Cup will not have that. And I'm going out on a limb and saying that it won't
Mhm.
because of where it's at and because the leader of the free world will not be involved too much in the next World Cup.
Nah, but what
So,
about the
yes.
leeder of FIFA?
Who,
It's
Benjamin
a different story, man.
Stop. Stop. No, it's an
Oh,
important
I
story.
don't know.
Listen. It's an important story because people have done profiles on him, especially. He only cares about, power and
Who are you talking about? Infantino?
yeah,
You better watch what you say. Hey,
closeness to
bro,
power.
we got hey Chris.
FIFA. I don't know what you're talking
Podcast,
about.
bro. You watch what you say, all right? Because the next thing you know, somebody's kidnapped, and so you better watch what you say. All right?
Yeah.
I don't agree to anything Chris is about to say.
No, I'm gonna title the episode "Chris is getting kidnapped." That's
Hey, don't put that
Alright.
energy out in the world.
But
I got one quick negative. U.S., Canada, Mexico. We about to make
Texas barbecue.
Mayonnaise.
all of Mexico is a little bit better, man. You can't get on eat,
Mexico. Did you see those? Did you see those South Korean? Those poor South Korean men,
bro. They were
gobbling up. They were having a good time with the
I saw
churros,
a
but
video.
oh my god,
But
crazy. And
my
then they were
favorite-
making out with the Mexican girls.
Yeah,
They were
I saw
having
that.
a
I
good
saw that. They
time,
were
bro.
going off. But
yeah. Now that I mean, that's also the other negative is now they're gonna have to deal with all the
I'm gonna miss
crazy
I'm gonna
Canadian
miss this
women.
World
I
Cup.
saw a guy
I will
say-
absolutely
I
miss this World Cup so much.
I saw a British guy on Instagram say, he goes, "I went to a Jersey Mike's. You won't believe what that bloke does to your sandwich." Like, I was crying.
But I
But-
mean, the fact that we got people literally like going off taking raccoon. We got Holland going off with raccoons. We got Germans going off with
We got
Yeah,
suitcases
that's
filled with
kinda odd.
hey,
dressing.
we got Mbappe still in the country with
Yep.
his girlfriend roaming around Miami because he had so much fun.
Yeah.
I think that
Is what it is.
like this next season of club football's cooked. But what do we got next?
I want everyone to go around and just kind of give a winner and a loser for this World Cup. Like, so who could be a country, could be a player, could be a coach, could be a person. Kind of like whose stock rose and fall the most. If you're thinking
Who
about
wanna
it that
say
way.
who wanna do the Argentina one? Because we can do the Argentina one right off the bat. That's a
I mean,
loser.
my-
Marketing wise, image wise, even
Current
wise. Because
My
now
biggest-
it's like a lot of people are like, bro, I didn't know. I know you guys told me that he was great, whatever, but what about all the shenanigans stuff? So now
Mhm.
you have a whole people trained to look at you like you've been robbing people and shit. He's great. He's a great player.
Messi.
We're not talking about that. Yeah. But we're talking about
Mhm.
everything around him that helped him. Even the FIFA president, the referees, the fouls, the lack of class, Spain lifting the trophies, all of them turned their backs. There's no respect. It's so much. That's a big L for advertising, for branding. You know, like they need to like as far as if there was a PR manager, he failed. He failed.
I got
Go ahead.
I got a
Go-
I got a winner of the
Chris,
tournament.
go on your loser first, Mark.
My loser, it's Argentina by far. By far. They you know, you want to know why? Because they did everything outside of football, inside of football, whatever they had to do to win this tournament, and they didn't.
Mhm.
So yeah, ultimate loser. Yeah.
Ronaldo is a loser in this tournament too, by the way. I need
Go
to
ahead,
say
Mark.
it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Thomas. Give me your loser.
Alexi Lalas.
Yeah, that guy.
He
Bro got
he
demoted to
smoked.
the B team mid
whole
stage,
tournament.
group
Like,
stage.
He was good.
Like,
He was,
but then he had the worst take ever. The worst take ever. At the very end of everything, it's like, you know why the U.S. lost? It's like it's not because like the youth system is broken. I'm like, bro, that's 100% why we lost. We like you can't put all the
He's a
players on
capitalist.
paywall.
What
to
is
say,
he?
why don't we have enough good
What's the
players?
best that he's done at a World Cup? Around the 16, maybe?
He played in '94, so whatever that was.
Yeah, I think
Before
that,
probably
yeah.
they went. Did they reach the semifinals?
Yeah, that's the one
There's
time they
no way.
won a round of 16, and it's the only reason.
No, they
why
went to
he's
the
ever-
8. They went to the round of
Okay.
the quarter.
Well,
I'll give
that's
you two losers. The first one, I think the biggest loser of this tournament by far is Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah.
Just everything that kind of happened to him with the
Yeah,
Falcon
Paulo.
Eye,
the club did the club thing.
the club thing.
How unnecessary was that, by the way, Mark? Like,
Yeah.
that is so out of
So out of
out of their way.
yo, can you
11 in the number 1 or number 2 team in the world,
Mhm.
and you got your club tweeting,
Yeah.
you know, we're not interested in you, brah.
Yeah, there's that. And then there's also like, you know, we remember years from now, we will remember the name Enzo Fernandez, not for his career, but for getting a red card in a World
Right.
Cup final.
Yeah.
Polarizing
And I mean, like
figure.
he's gonna have a lot of legwork to do, and just like going into the tournament, there was this whole thing about Enzo being kind of like a toxic character. Like, that's kind of been the reputation on him for a little while, and this tournament did nothing to dispel that. So now he goes back to Chelsea following a Falcon Islands debacle where people in the country are calling for him to get
Him
banned
and
from the Premier League.
Alexi.
Yeah, for a
Thomas.
few players, but like, just he also I don't know if you guys saw the thing about him and his partner, but he and his partner split because he asked to be open
Yeah,
during the World Cup or something like that. So like there's it's just
he saw Cape
missteps
Verdean.
all
He was
around.
tried out
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And then the
after
other
winning the
one is,
game.
I'll echo the sentiment that everyone else said. Argentina, like just the showing that they made in that World Cup final. Yes, it might have been part of the plan. Yes, things happen that's out of their control, but just you know, for such a great tournament to end with the losing side putting up that kind of a
Yeah.
performance was kind of disappointing as well. So I'll give those two.
All
And then if
right.
you guys want to
Because
do winners, let's hit winners.
wait,
Mark,
so
hit us with that
y-
first
do-
winner.
imagine all those new fans, because I've seen somebody like Shannon Sharp who doesn't know shit about football but's trying, right? He's been introduced by Ocho Cinco, and
Mhm.
I see him tweeting about football winning, about glad that Spain won with everything that was going for Argentina, or referees, whatever. Yo, you lost because now you have a bunch of new fans associating with cheating, with ugly side of football and sports in general. So, they lost. Ronaldo also lost, by the way, because it's not totally his fault. I think Roberto Martinez kind of sank this ship because he couldn't put his foot down to put a team that could win,
Yeah.
and he couldn't sit
Mhm.
Ronaldo when it was
Chris, I know you're a negative person, bro. We got to get into the positive.
Let's get the
Go
positives,
ahead.
guys. What do we
Go
got?
ahead.
My one positive, it's not my one, but the one that I want to mention before you guys go is Norway. I think Norway,
Mhm.
because I think that this result from this tournament set the tone for future generations.
100%.
And I think I think it's just inspiring. And I think that Norway being, now a top 12 teams wherever they're at in the world, like I'm hoping that, I mean,
Oh,
it'd
another
be cool.
positive.
So that's my one positive to take away.
Italy, because they're gonna get Pep Guardiola because they're sick.
Yeah.
They're sick of staying outside looking in. Positive is
Mark.
Mbappe. Again, I have to mention it. I gave him flowers earlier. He rehabilitated his image in 7
Cool.
games.
Yep.
Mhm.
I appreciate that answer too.
Yeah. No,
Mark and Thomas?
go ahead, Thomas. You go.
Man, I know it's gonna be a little bit out of field, but African football, what a showing!
Ooh.
They got
Yep.
so was it 8 teams in?
They were this close to having, like 6 teams in like the round of 16. Like
Yeah.
they're super,
Mhm.
Yeah, they showed up. They knocked it out of the park.
As for Egypt,
The
Lifting.
coast. All Morocco.
But I mean, you look at it top to bottom. I'm just double checking it right now. But like
I have
South
one.
Africa,
One.
we talk shit about South Africa,
Yes,
Mhm.
and
yes,
they
we
came up there and they did work. But like
one. I have
firsthand,
one.
but like Cabo Verde, I'm gonna stick with it. And then like DR Congo, like my
Yeah.
goodness, what a team. They pulled it up at the depth, and they everything they could handle. So
And
I mean,
France. Don't
I
forget
thought that like
France. No, I'm playing.
I have a winner. I have a winner that Mark is gonna appreciate. In France, you crazy. As an African team, basically, but let's stop. Tillemans.
Belgium.
I don't think I. Yeah. No. Well, Tillemans. Belgium. I didn't think.
You're
But then Tillemans himself, I never took him seriously as a midfielder. But I saw him run the team as the captain. Like, he's not
Mhm.
screaming at people, but he's dragging the team with his efforts. He was running the midfield versus who knocked him out? I forgot who knocked him out. France?
Badge Thomas. All right.
Spain.
Spain. It was
They put up a
what team
fight
they
against
played
Spain,
before?
though.
They
yeah.
put a fight against Spain. That was
it-
and he got injured in that game, I think. But the game before, though, they're not winning that game versus Senegal if Yuri Tillermans does not take the bull by the horns.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I mean, my winners are.
All right, Mark.
I
Yeah.
think I'll give you two, just like I did with my losers. I think the proof of concept that a expanded format works with the teams coming out. We had maybe one, and I'm thinking Germany Curacao route like that the entire tournament, which happens normally. And I think the teams that came
Qatar
in,
got destroyed by Canada.
that too, yeah, that's right.
Hey, they
But
got
I'll
a
say
yeah, they
3-0
did.
from Brazil.
I'll say that the majority of teams that came in proved something to the world, right? Like Cabo Verde, like
Let's go with and I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Martin, but let's go with one general ginormous takeaway. The rest of the world, or the world, is catching up in football.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I feel like we're just on a good trajectory of so many teams and so many more teams that maybe we haven't seen as yet catching up in football. So
Cabo
that's
Verde did not lose versus Spain. In Spain,
Argentina.
because
Right. Sorry, yes, in the group stage.
and Spain is the
the
PhD
champ.
level.
They're the best team in the world.
Yeah, they're the PhD level of football.
They
right
are
there.
the best team. They're the World Cup champions. So
And then the other winner I have is Saibari from Morocco.
okay,
I thought I mean I know he didn't play the last 2 games, I believe, and his presence was his absence was felt. And that entire Morocco team to me like kind of won me over in that Netherlands game. But
they
for
have world class. They have world class players, dude.
they do, and Saibari is a problem, and he will continue to
Yep.
be a problem in the club football season, assuming I know it's all but said he's going to Bayern Munich.
Stays healthy, and takes
Stays
the step
healthy.
that everybody expects him to take.
And I know he's going to
Very
a
impressive.
team where he's going to struggle for minutes because they got Luis Diaz, they got Harry Kane, they got Olise,
Well,
But he'll
They
get
can-
company will get him.
they can save Harry Kane's legs because he goes over
Mhm.
there as
Good
striker.
point, also,
Yeah.
Chris. It's a very good
and
point.
And you can also give Luis Diaz some rest. You don't have to run
Because
into the
playing in the
ground.
Bundesliga ain't shit.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, no, for real. And I mean, he's got a fan in me. I thought he had a great showing this tournament, and I came away being very impressed by the player.
yeah, boys, it's been
But
it's been
fun World
wonderful.
Cup
It's been
overall.
wonderful the last 6 weeks just covering the World Cup. I know
Biggest
we got
winner, though,
club
was
football.
football.
I know we got
Football
football
won.
on the
That's
horizon.
the
I'm
biggest winner. To Thomas's
in-
point,
Football
sorry.
Prize.
Absolutely. The game is growing. We're growing with it, and
Yeah.
I'm super excited. And now
Also-
we got just a couple weeks off, but club football's
Hey,
But
Negative.
we got a
all
couple
the
weeks off, but we aren't taking off. We're
We're
coming
not
back
taking off
next
at
week,
all.
right back at you guys. We'll maybe talk about a special episode coming out in the meantime, but we
Definitely
definitely back next week.
talking
Well,
transfers,
talking
breaking down
breaking
the
down
early
everything
parts
we
of training
missed.
sessions in the season.
Yeah,
might do
we missed a
the-
lot during this World Cup. Just focusing on that, we missed a lot of moves, but we're gonna cover all that next week. It's gonna be a great
Definitely.
time. Please, please, please do not let this be the last time you listen to us dissect this game. Come along with us the rest of the season. It's gonna be a fun club football season, and we'll be right here every step of the way. So lock in, all you new football fans.
Keep it locked in, ladies
Right
and
here.
gentlemen.
Again.
Lock in. We got we'll I know we keep lying to you guys about video content, but we'll really get that going this
We're never
season.
lying.
And until that point, just keep following us on social media at Bathwater Sports Podcast, everywhere except Instagram, where it's at Bathwater Sports Pod. New episodes drop Wednesdays. Videos on YouTube drop Thursdays.
Chilean dictator.
Yeah, we'll be back next. We'll talk about that special episode maybe coming out this week, but if not this week,
Yes.
definitely next week. And yeah, other than that, keep it locked in on your
Keep it
podcast
locked in.
feeds. Same bad time, same bad channel.
I feel like we got a patent that. Keep it locked in, because you
Keep it
gotta
locked.
keep it locked in.
Absolutely. All right,
right,
boys.
boys.
That'll do it for us this week. Till next week.
Good night.
What's out, boys?
All right, good night, guys.